We're here to celebrate and dedicate memory on behalf of Joel Joey Gonzalez, which was our Education Foundation president. Today we are here because one of our teachers, Mr. Villegas, decided to apply for this Education Foundation grant, which is very beneficial for our program and for our students. We're always looking for ways to improve and make things better and get projects going for our kids because they're really engaged in this home. And so we applied for the grant, and we decided that it was going to be a sensory garden and a deck, and here we are standing on it. We think that it's appropriate that this be dedicated to him and that we recognize him for being a board member and being very instrumental in getting this grant going for our teachers and scholarships as well for our kids.
Morning, everyone. It's really great to see you all here today. It's a gorgeous day, and when I got here this morning, I walked here into the backyard, and I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. And it's gone through several steps to get here, and it's an amazing transformation. And I think, you know, little by little, through the things that the Education Foundation has done with mini grants and reaching out to our schools to apply and be creative with what they're doing, not just study to the test, but to be creative with your kids, to get outside, to get your hands dirty, you know, just those type of things. And I think this is a perfect example of what this has been all about. Joey was a great friend of mine, and I really got to know him over the last 8 years as his kids were going through school. And we got to know each other, and he was real strong with Trino Medina on the Tri-City Coalition, and they were already doing a lot of these great things with scholarships for kids already, and the mini grants for teachers, and the Bright Summer Readers program, which were something that they really believed in, that our kids need an extra help, an extra boost to get to college or to get ahead in what they're doing, and for our teachers to feel like they could do something besides just teaching in the classroom. And so it started with a great foundation on that. And we started the PSJ Education Foundation 5 years ago. And we said, we love what you're doing, guys. We want to help and we want to make it bigger. And in the last 5 years, I think we've raised about $1 million so that we could give our kids scholarships, so that we could do more and more mini grants for our teachers and do creative things like this, which are amazing. And so Joey Gonzalez was very instrumental in that. And I really miss him because, you know, he pushed me and I pushed him to see how we could do more, how we could do better. And I think now that he's not with us, his legacy, his memory will carry on through all these things that we do, and through his kids, you know, continuing living his life and making this the best that it can be. So I thank you all for being here. Ms. Quintana, thank you for being instrumental in helping with those grants, you and your staff, looking for those grants and just looking around. And I hope the cameras get to see all of this. It's just tremendous. And our kids that come here are going to have this opportunity to do more things so that they can show that they're just as capable, that they're just as deserving of opportunities to work, to, you know, live on their own, and to show people that we're all the same here, and we support each other so that we can be, you know, God's instrument. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope I didn't ramble on too long, but this is gorgeous, and Joey would have loved this, and I know he's looking down saying that, you know, I don't want the credit, or I don't want you to do things for me, but we can't help it because of who he was and what he was all about. So thank you guys for being here, and God bless.
I'd like to dedicate this to Mr. Gonzalez, Justin. I've known him since high school. He's always been willing to help out our students, and Jenna as well with the Barrettes. So Justin, we dedicate this garden to you and your father.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, guys. I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to thank PTI for doing this dedication. Yeah, my dad was very instrumental, like everyone has said, in the community, in the Tri-City Business Education. He was the president, so I know throughout the many years, I believe 5 years, Ronnie said, he's been always asking us, hey, you want to go to foundation meetings? You want to go to dedications? You want to go to the convention center where every year they have a little gathering? So every year he's always been asking us to help him with things. Throughout Christmas time, he would go to help the less fortunate feed food, and during Thanksgiving as well. I remember there was a few Thanksgivings where we would go help him. So I'd just like to thank everyone for being here as well. I'd like to thank Home Depot and McCoy's as well for putting all this together. I know David helped a lot as well, and for y'all for donating the material. To the kids that are going to be working here and helping out, this is for y'all. This isn't for my dad, this is for y'all. So please take advantage of it. This is something that is very new, fairly new. I remember this house. It's actually one of my good friend's grandparents' house. So I was here when I was a little kid. So to see how it looks now to back then is amazing. I know there's been a lot of work to it. So to the kids, please use it to the full potential there is. Thank y'all.